appreciate all the subs still hanging in there. I do plan on going live. I'm doing a surprise right now to explain. I've been super, super busy. I wanted to get this out real quick before I get interrupted with my kiddo. I'm surprised she hasn't woke up yet. It's pretty late. But we were swimming for quite a while yesterday, so she's probably exhausted. So I just wanted to have a quick chat, see if anyone hops on. If not, that's okay. I haven't been on in a long time, so I'd be surprised. So for anyone catching the replay, yeah, I got a little sinus going on apparently. I just realized that. But I got some allergy issues going on, but for the most part I've been doing pretty well, dealing with the energies, rolling through. Just really, really busy at work. So yeah, I'm an overnight shift, which right now I'm usually sleeping, so it's going to be really hard to adjust later tonight when I got to go into work. I just wanted to have a chit chat and some realizations, and I had an epiphany, and I seriously wanted to share all my information and everything, and explain myself a few. And shout outs to shows, my goodness, and explain why I follow them. I know I don't really need to explain, but maybe I do, because some of you people are so judgmental, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It just happens. You guys really need to chill on the judgmental when people are sharing their perspectives, because this is what I've learned. This place we call Earth, humanity, it's really all an illusion. It really is. You don't know. And that's the part that scares people, I think. Too afraid to open up, too afraid to learn, too afraid to express themselves. I just want to say, to each their own, whatever. But, and I'm just a nobody, really, just trying to do what I do, and be who I am, and, but I'm just a nobody. But it takes a nobody to start something. You get what I'm saying? You understand? You are not a nobody. You may feel like a nobody, but it's those nobodies that they least expect to have the best information. I mean, so when you come across some random channel, don't just dismiss it. Hear what they gotta say. You never know what great thing will come from that channel, or from a regular person, or whoever. I've noticed I've caught so many random perspectives from different people. It's just amazing, and oh my goodness. Oh, my nose is itchy. All right. So I probably should have been a little more prepared going live, but whatever. I had this stuck in my head, and I just had to go with it before I got distracted and didn't do it. So I just wanted to say to all you out there, crack yourself open, and actually wide open. I mean, you honestly have no idea what you're talking about, but do. I don't mean that in a negative way either. See, everyone misunderstands people so bad. You need to understand, and that's the hardest part, is the understanding part in general of different perspectives from multiple people. And if you come off and be all this negative Nancy and say, no, that's not right, you honestly have no idea what you're talking about. You honestly do, and I'm just being respectful. I am. But you don't know, and people misunderstand things so frequently. I think that's our main problem, is not letting go of what your beliefs are. Beliefs are made to help you, yes. You stick to your belief system, but you have to be able to open up and extend your belief also. You got to be able to accept new information when it's presented. You have to be able to discern, proper discernment. Like, lots of shout outs. So if you're checking the replay, Unidentified Anthony is an amazing person. Those people in that chat room are the most amazing people, whether I agree with what he talks about or not, which a lot of it I do. You guys are getting there. You guys are really doing that UFO stuff. Pretty amazing, man. And that channel is just really getting awesome footage too. I just gotta say, the people are amazing in general. You don't have to have any fancy anything. It's just the respect of the people. It's an amazing chat. They respect each other. They're nice. They don't be over negative, and they understand when someone's trying to explain something new in a different perspective, and they don't cut you down and say, oh, and attack you. And, it's just a really nice channel. And along with all the other ones I follow, I try to keep up and post things in my community spot. Check that out a lot, because I'll post frequency things occasionally, and I'll follow someone, and there's a message in that who I follow. I mean, there's a message with everything I do. There's something there that catches my eye, that adds to the collective, that adds to what we're trying to all do is understand. And I just think people don't give enough people props. It may be a different perspective, but you may not agree with it, but that's how they see things. Maybe instead of disagreeing, you could enlighten them and share your perspective, and maybe you could get a little from that perspective and a little from the other. I'm just trying to have a shout out to everybody out there. And even Robert O. White, if I say that right, Robert, yeah, he came off and attacked me. I felt being attacked because he misunderstood what I was saying. And see, that's what I mean. You can't just come off abrasive and just suddenly hate somebody for a different opinion. I was just stating a perspective from my viewpoint, which what you don't understand too is when people, he still has an amazing show, but he's got a lot to remember. If you don't quite understand what's going on, clarify first. Don't just jump on the first thing and say, oh, she's being negative, because I wasn't. I was speaking from my heart. I was speaking from my perspective of the government is a slave system. It always has been. Why would you trust anything government, period? And see, from my perspective, sharing my experiences, sharing what I see way more than most. I see through the illusions. I see through pretty much anything that requires a lot of money is a division tactic. Anything with money, anything they create that creates division amongst people is a no for me. Sorry, it just is. I mean, that's my perspective. I'm allowed to have one. I'm not attacking nobody. It's just my perspective. I understand what's going on, so I don't trust them. And if you want to believe you're doing good by what you're doing, fine. Maybe you are, maybe you ain't. I wasn't being judgmental. I was just stating my opinion on my own personal behalf. I won't go that route, because I firmly believe that if it's a system that's trying to stop you from doing something, then why would they turn around and try to work with them in the first place? Now, that don't make no sense. To me, I want to do my own personal disclosure. I record orbs all the time. I have UFO contact occasionally, and most of it in his dreams, and most people don't approve of that as proper proof. Well, and I can say, well, your proof is your proof, and what is proof really? You got to analyze that too. If it's all illusions, how do you know it's even proof? I mean, what proof are you trying to get through illusions? I mean, I guess that gets complicated for some people to understand. But I'm just trying to come off as a new perspective, fresh ideas, completely twist it, and just say, if everything's an illusion, how do you know it's real? And how do you know whether that person is wrong or right? Maybe we're all wrong. Maybe some of it is right. It's up there. You don't know. And I thought I'd post this video to clarify for others that have a hard time. And when I say don't follow people, I'm not saying just don't follow them at all. I'm saying use your discernment through the process. Don't just believe everything they say unless you resonate with it all. And I appreciate all my subs. Appreciate them so much. Thank you. But you don't have to follow me. You don't have to be and catch every live. You don't have to catch every repeats. I'm not in it for the likes. I'm not in it for the fame. I just want to get my voice out there and share my thoughts. And, get a perspective out there for others to view and to share and make you all understand and help you understand more of your spiritual side, because everyone seems so far from it. And I think that's where we need to get back to, is that spiritual realm is one with you regardless if you like it or not. And to me, the spirit realm actually, I think, is more of the real realm we're supposed to be. That's where we're supposed to be, is more on the spiritual side than less physical. I mean, you got to balance it, but at the same time, do you really? Is it supposed to be? Maybe spiritual is actually the side we were supposed to be on to start with, way back when, and it all fell apart because something destroyed it. I mean, you don't know. I'm just saying, let go of things and just let it flow. If you have questions, I mean, I'm more willing on. I'm on. So many of you got me on Facebook or know about my Facebook. You can message me, but well, and for those that message me on Facebook, can you clarify who you are from YouTube? Just state your this person's name on YouTube so I relate. And so, because I don't accept every friend request either. I'm pick and choose, and some of them I probably don't. I just don't have a lot of time to message a lot of people, but I would love to be out there, provide advice for free. Things are free. It's not meant, if we're in a community and we're trying to help people understand, it shouldn't cost anything. Because there's so many people that can't afford even a house to live in. Why would you charge some spiritual information that would help them grow and be a better person? And that's just my perspective. I think the money is holding people back from achieving what they need to. It's another division device created by the illusions, everything going on. I mean, money isn't even real either. So, I mean, and I suck it up and do what I can with my job. That's why I haven't been doing lives in the first place, is because I got a decent job. But at the same time, we weren't meant to be like this. We're not a slave race. We were never meant to be. We were meant to be whole as a community, as one, working together and being okay with it. And realizing if someone doesn't like someone, so what? You're not supposed to like everybody, but at the same time, I still give them love and light, because that we're all connected within. I still send them love even if they don't accept it, even if they don't want it, because love is the highest frequency to express everything. And love is the highest frequency regardless. I mean, what makes a person your enemy? I don't understand that one either. Everyone says, well, that's the enemy or that's the other side. For my newest perspective, there is no sides. There shouldn't be sides at all, because we're all the same. If someone is evil, evil is a divided word also, because you're not truly evil. It's corrupted. You're corrupted by illusions, corruption, healing through all the trauma, healing through everything. Love is what you need. Love heals everything, and going against someone for a different perspective is just frustrating. And I know he thinks he's helping. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. I don't really know, and I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all. I'm just stating my opinion. I don't judge people for what they do and what they do. If they're falling for the false narrative, that's them to get through it. And hopefully my information can help them get through it better, easier. I don't know. And I'm not saying I know everything either, but hopefully eventually someone with a different perspective will help other people open up and accept more new things. And the funny thing about all this new information is actually old information coming back. We're starting to remember where we came from. We're starting to remember things. We're starting, because our souls and consciousness are actually one, connected together. And your soul, your light being within has a consciousness. And it's been erased so many times by people manipulating you. Soul traps. Are there really soul traps, or is that an illusion too? I mean, I'm just saying, so many illusions within illusions, you get confused, you get lost, it's hard. So why would you hate on anybody? That's too much energy wasted on being hateful when you could be loving everybody and figuring out who you are. Or in figuring out what's going on. Do we really even need to figure out who we are? I don't know. See? I mean, I just think there's far too much going on, too many distractions, too many people separating themselves from other people for misunderstanding, not understanding who they are. I mean, not every person, you're meant to be an individual, but at the same time come together and be unique and share your experiences so we learn things in a different way. I mean, if I learn how to sense energies and feel energies like I do, that's a gift. I have a spiritual being that hangs out right here, a dragon, and I got one that hangs out over here. I mean, I can sense them and I know they're there, but are they really dragons? I don't know. I kept pictures of them. They look like dragons. I could take pictures and spiritual pictures. They sure look like them, but everything's an illusion. Do I really know what they are? Could they be an illusion too? Who knows? And like someone said to me, it's all in your head. Is it really? I don't know. See, are some more gifted than others? Sure. But how do they obtain their gifts? See, that's what some people don't think about. Are you working on your gifts? Are you trying to find an easy way out? Are you buying your way through thinking that works? I mean, it might for some to a point, but does that really help you? Oh, hi, Lynn. Hello. I'm just trying to open perspectives here and share my thoughts. Because I haven't been live for a long time. I could do cards if anybody wants me to, hopping on, but I'm just sharing the perspective problem we can't seem to get past. I just try to love everybody and share my perspectives. And when I try to share my perspective, I'm not hating on anyone. I'm not judging anyone because we were not meant to judge people. If it comes off judgmental, I don't mean it to be. I still working on trying to word things properly myself. Sometimes it's hard to get through. And that's what most people don't understand too, is it's hard to get your energy and things through text. How do you know what that person said is negative or positive if you don't know? It's just words. I mean, I could put all my energy into a text, but unless you're susceptible and empath and sense the energies, you probably won't even understand it. So there's just so much perceptions that get screwed up from misunderstanding and not being open enough and just listening. I think people need to clear their minds, clear all that judgmental process, redo the thinking process, redo everything, because when we start judging and then we don't learn, then we lose what we're trying to understand. And I just watched a movie, The Core, and yeah, some of it is really will never happen type thing, but you never know. That's weird how so many things lately have been showing, like The Day the Earth Stood Still. There's just so many old movies that are coming back that are being pushed, and it makes you wonder why. Are there hints? Are there hints in movies? Yeah, I don't know. Some people do those their interpretation of what the movie means. Some of those are kind of interesting just to understand a new perspective. Just to see how someone else sees something that you might have actually caught and not thought about. I mean, there's so many things going on in the internet. How do you know what's true, what's not, what's real? I keep an open mind to everything. And a lot say that's where I get in trouble. And I said, no, that's where I learn. That's where I understand. And some of it I still don't resonate with, but I'm still going to try to be a little acceptant of their perspective and just be like, well, have you thought of it like this? Or have you thought to think of it this way a little bit? Not trying to change their own perspective, but enlighten them to see differently also. I mean, you can't force your beliefs on other people, but you can enlighten them and share. Maybe they'll take on something, at least something you say, and think about it more. It's not about forcing what you believe is right. It's about sharing your own experiences and seeing if other people have similar ones, common ground to get started. Just to share things. With so many illusions floating around, how do you know what's true and what's not? And you may have an idea, but do you really? I mean, are like my dreams? Are they all past life information? Am I on some secret mission? Am I doing something? I mean, because I seem so connected to some people in a dream state. So, but is that real, or are they putting thoughts in our heads? You just don't know anymore. So, I just say, just love everyone. Why would you want to hate people you don't know? I mean, there's so much more to it. Why would you waste so much energy on being so hateful and nasty towards other people for outrageous opinions? I could say, look, pigs are flying. Yeah, are they really? Maybe in my head they are. Who knows? But I mean, are you going to sit there and ridicule someone and treat them terrible for a goofy thought or a goofy idea? I mean, come on, people. Are we still in preschool? I don't think we're graduated. I feel like everyone still acts like they're in school. Even some 50-year-olds act like little kids. It's just like, do you guys have no idea how to open your minds and let things go? I mean, what if they always say, think outside of the box? But have you thought maybe there is no box and you're limiting yourself by not opening up to new information? And so, because I've researched, every time I think of a health thing, I look up stuff. I bought this stuff. Greens. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't invert the camera. I mean, there's so much healthy stuff that you can look into to cleanse and clear and remove crap from food, and just try to eat healthier, try to do things differently, just try to think outside of the box. I mean, everyone can help everybody out. And yeah, I'm an oracle too. I can read cards all day, but I mean, does it resonate with you or not? It's up to you. Are you going to accept what information you're told though and try to change it or help yourself? I mean, you just got to ask those things. Are you working on helping yourself without pain? Because occasionally I'll donate a little money here and there when I can help. I love helping when I can. But I mean, if you have to pay, like for, okay, the one thing that really bothers me, and this is just my perspective. If they want to do it, that's fine. If they honestly feel they're helping, by all means. But it's just like when you come into more and more knowledge and see the illusions through you, and notice the division amongst everybody through so many different variables, through money, through everything. And then you want to think in the spiritual community, if we're all one and we love each other, why are we charging people money for shit, for things we should do for free? Just saying, if you're honestly trying to be helpful, I know everyone needs to make a living. Oh, hi! I'm glad you caught me. I'm just doing this real quick before I get interrupted by my chaos in my own house. I haven't gone live in a long time, and I just had an epiphany of information to share. I just want people to be more respectful of people in general. I'm just getting frustrated with all the hateful people. It's not... even the love and light people are being hateful lately. There's a negative vibe rolling through. All these heavy energies are getting hard to process. And it's just creating some tension, which it shouldn't. Everyone should realize it's a process. You just gotta vent through it and be like, well, I'm just venting. I don't mean anything to it. Just letting myself explain. And that's what I'm kind of doing right now. Doing a vent on people being negative, because there's no reason to be. I mean, if someone doesn't believe in what you're doing, that's their choice. You can't sit there and attack them for it, but you can give them love and light and say, well, I hope you see better things, or hopes it works out for you. You give them love to find what they need to find. You don't sit there and give them a hard time and attack them. I just, I want to clarify things. Anyone catching me in chat, I'm always like, Jay Dreamers, I love his stuff. It's amazing information. I always try to uplift and support everybody in there, even with different ideas. And I share a lot of my perspectives, just like everyone else is sharing theirs, hopefully it resonates with someone and helps someone see things differently or try something different. I mean, if something's not working for you, maybe someone helpful along the way without charging you money. I mean, money isn't the answer to everything. I just want to do things for free. If I could sit here online and read my cards all day to you guys, I would if I had that time. I know, even though I don't believe in the money thing, I still have to see. I just barely survive. I just barely stay afloat. I just do enough to get by. I have a better paying job that don't mean anything in this world because now everything's price is increasing, things increase, everything increases, just putting the pressure on you, trying to make it harder and harder. So why keep fighting back and why keep oh, I should have drank some water. I've been talking a lot. I know, why fight a system that doesn't want to help you, that doesn't want you to better yourself? I mean, just instead of fighting, get past it. Be the better person. Be more respectful to other people. I mean, there's so many ways of just being amazing without hating people. Oh, you're welcome, Julian. I just thought I had to say something because people are just rolling, and if your family don't agree with you, you don't disown your family. You just give them all the love you can and hope they understand and catch on to what you're doing. Hi, Linda. I might get interrupted here in a little bit, but a London McLovin, man, they got such crazy, interesting ideas flowing around there. So check out that one guy. I share him sometimes. Sometimes I'm on panel occasionally too when certain loudmouth person isn't on there. And yeah, see, and I don't mean anything negative about him either, man. I'm not trying to be judgmental. At the same time, it'd be nice if he wasn't so negative towards other people's opinions and that's what I'm trying to explain is how do you learn something if you're so negative all the time about other people's opinions? Maybe you should worry about your own and just worry about yourself. Getting your thoughts out there and sharing is what we're trying to do, not be hateful towards people. Oh, thanks, Linda. I missed everybody. I had to make a quick live because I was after being verbally attacked by someone that supposedly is love and light. It was a little frustrating to at first. It's like, maybe I should have clarified what I was talking about. And that's why I try to generalize things and not come directly out and talk about people because it gets so offended and I don't understand why. I'm not trying to attack nobody. I'm trying to explain my perspectives. Maybe they think of something differently or think about it more. I mean, if it don't change their mind, it don't change their mind. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to help others see things in a different way, in a more loving, higher vibration instead of going the negative route and hateful towards other things. I mean, if you're hateful towards anything, then you're wasting your time. And I should clarify when I say if I happen to slip up and say I hate something about that person, I'm not specifically saying I hate that person in general. I'm just not agreeing with what they're talking about. I just don't resonate it with what they're talking about because I've seen past that already, and I guess everyone has a learning level. If you're past that level and got through the illusion part of it and you can see past it, then why not share, instead of people getting frustrated about it. I'm just trying to help people see things that I've seen because I'm way up there getting past it all. I can see through it. So I'm just trying to be helpful, not negatives, and they misunderstand what I talk about. I love you guys and everyone at Jade Dreamers and London McLovin. He's going live right now. I'm going to cut this short and go check it out. I gotta Man, his lives go for 3 hours sometimes or longer. I was on panel once and talked about a whole bunch of spiritual things and a lot of ideas. He's amazing. I love his stuff. And the bird's eye view, the crater. I mean, that's completely out of the box. That's something totally new and different. I don't quite think that's what it is, but it's pretty neat ideas, man. I mean, there might be something close to it, what he's getting at, too. I mean, you just don't know, really. So, there's. When you talk about something or notice a perspective change or an energy shift, I should say. Oh, yeah. The only thing I'm not happy with is when certain someone gets a little negative and rude to the people. I tend to leave when he gets too carried away, but that's why I haven't been up there very often, if anybody was wondering. And if I come off like that, man, correct me. Let me know. Say, hey, Angel Wings, you're getting negative about it. I mean, even I can vent and be a little negative at times too. Everyone does go that way. Okay, occasionally, some more than others. But I try to keep it in a loving frequency because that's a way higher than hateful towards other people. I'll just say I just don't agree, and I'll explain why. Maybe I hope from my perspective they see a different way of seeing it, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just wishful thinking, but that's what I'm trying to do. I try to share my information. Hopefully, other people uh, grasp at least some of it. Ooh, hi, Sapphire Elf. Hello. I see you occasionally too. I know I had to get back on here at least for a little while. Everyone catching the replay, I'm just big ups on channels. London McLovin, check him out. J Dreamers, oh, it's a totally new twist, and see, even if you're not familiar with the content, the people in there in the chat are amazing, uplifting people, and that's what you want. That's what you like. If you don't like what they're talking about or don't quite resonate, at least listen to what he has to say and listen to the chat, because some people I noticed in chat really, really raise the vibes higher too. You just never know who's in the chat. That's where the good stuff is too. Yeah, our emotions get so charged, especially empaths when someone's directly attacking you. You just don't know what to do. Sometimes, and that energy can be kind of rough, especially if you're an empath and sense everything they're throwing at you. But sometimes I laugh about it and it's funny because I don't understand why, because that's not what my intentions were at all in anything. If I come off negative, to let me know, because I'll reiterate and try to explain it differently maybe. I shouldn't have to, but I guess maybe sometimes I should. Oh yeah, I'll definitely. I like promoting a lot of new channels I've been following. That's why I haven't been on either. I've been on typical skeptic podcast. I'm sorry, Rob, if I butchered that. It's such a long name, but I was on there 3 times now. I just jumped on randomly once to save his life because he had a late person and he was just talking and talking. I'm like, okay, I'll hop up there and do some readings and talk to everybody, which was pretty. It's always pretty short. It's not long enough. He likes to do them under an hour or an hour or so. He doesn't like to go too far over an hour. And all the information I have goes forever. I don't have enough time to ever explain everything. It's crazy. Well, because I got connections to literally everything I'm connected to. I'm research the solar flares because I spiritually, physically feel the energies every flare there is. And now there's a solar storm. Sometimes it knocks me out and puts me to sleep if I can't handle the energies coming in. They call them, sometimes they're a spiritual community will even call them upgrades. Sometimes we're getting upgraded information given to us, or the higher energies unlock your DNA. And see, that's why I get frustrated too when people are charging money for that crap, because you can do that yourself. You tune into that sun energy and them solar flares, you can unlock your DNA all day probably. Not guaranteed. Don't quote me on that, because I don't actually know everything, but for some people that are sensitive to energies like that and feel it helping and feel it unlocking things, they'd understand. But some people may not if they're not sensitive to that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Sapphire Elf. You could jump into chats all the time too. I know. I got whoop. There goes my lid to my water. But I got connections to giants. I got connections to dragons, the unicorn energy I talk about, mythical critters. I think I'm like a gatekeeper or something to like the creatures that are going to be coming sooner or being noticed more. And that one alien show, oh my god, dude, alien they were talking about in Las Vegas. Either that was a hoax or that was actually a creature. That wasn't an alien. I think what's coming through. Just had to share this quick. Are multidimensional mythical creatures is what you're seeing. They're not mythical, they're real. What everyone calls them mythical are real at one point. They're on a higher dimensional plane. I mean, there's so many tons of things going on. How do you know what's really going on? I mean, from my perspective, experiences through multiple dimensions, I take pictures of crazy crap. I mean, I'm able to capture that, and that's I think that's what they did. They caught a picture of like some multi-dimensional entity or creature that's already here, and people don't see it because our vision is limited, our senses are limited, and maybe for a reason, maybe to maybe we blocked it out so we didn't see it, or someone blocked it out so we don't see them, so we can't do anything about them screwing with the earth or screwing with us, or you just don't know. Maybe you're being blocked purposely by other entities. And so I cleanse, clear. I do so much frequency music work. I haven't done much today. I really should. Sometimes I slack. Everyone does, I'm sure. Ooh, hi, Max. Vision. Actually, well, John, that's your kitty. I love his cat. You should check out that remote viewing class. See? Free class. Practicing remote viewing. Stop paying for crap. I'm just saying. You gotta stop paying for things you can help yourself with. I'm saying there's so many other people, alternate ways of helping yourself. You don't have to pay for crap. With with the government taking control of our lives and implementing so many things and screwing with our freedom, why would you pay for spiritual things you can do yourself? I know it helps, but you're looking in the wrong place. I'm here to help people broaden their minds, open things up, and see things more clearly. And I still can't quite see them. I can sense, like, I know there's a guy right here hanging out like a dragon spirit of sorts. I think he's there. Are you there? Ooh, I hate for once. I think he's somewhere else. Or sleeping. Anybody hanging out? Oh no, wait, there's one over here. Oh, hello. See, I can feel the energies of things hanging out, like critters. And when I take a picture, I can see them, so I know they're there and what they are. It clarifies a little bit, but at the same time, can they shape change and make you see what they want to see too? Well, they don't hurt me, so I don't worry about it. They're nice. Well, occasionally he'll bite me when I have to do something. But that's to get my attention because I don't pay it because I'm still figuring out how to read his energy. And see, it's an empath thing. They're empathic too, and we share that energy connection, trying to read each other through what we're doing. Cultish, yeah. True, yeah, I know. Like the frequency music, someone wants to do like a spinning frequency bowl thing. You can put your attentions there, But it's just frequency music. It's the frequency doing it. It's raising your vibrations. That's what it's doing. But if you can listen to multiple different frequencies at once and raise your vibrations yourself and hold it there, then you don't have to go pay for all that stuff. I'm just saying there's ways of doing it without costing money and helping yourself, because paying for something, is it really helpful or not, is the question too. Some people that aren't sensitive to the energies just don't know and don't quite understand. So that's why I try to say, I literally search through YouTube. I type in frequency music. I'll post it in community chat too if you guys want to check it out. Oh yeah, Max knows. See, that's how I heal a lot of my stuff, my muscles. I never take painkillers. Literally never. I do everything through frequency music and crystals. Crystals help the frequency, like, amplify it so it works even better. Ooh, that's a good one, Max. Yeah, see the 432 and pure tone when you sleep. That's a good idea. I should do that more. I'd probably sleep better because lately I haven't been sleeping. Well, it's because the energies are so high, and even the Earth itself was jacked a couple days ago. It had an energy spike too, so things are coming alive and waking up. That frequency is increasing, and I think that's what's bothering these negative, lower level people. And they don't have to stay that way either. I mean, if you open your mind to more alternative ways of doing things, and you're freeing yourself from that thought process. And that's hard. I still get stuck in it sometimes too with the time thing. Oh, I hate time. It bothers me. I seriously think the time is a little off. I really think time is sped up and increasingly speeding up. It just seems like days are shorter. Speaking from someone that has an overnight shift, it's so weird when I'm done. I start at 10 p.m. and I'm done at 7 a.m. I don't get home until 8 in the morning. I go to try to fall asleep at 9 or 10 so I can at least get a few hours of sleep before my kid gets too rambunctious. But it just didn't dawn on me how odd that was until someone said, "I'll see you later tonight." I went, "What? That's weird." Because normally in a normal job setting, you'd see the person the next day, not the same day. So it's kind of weird. And that's why I haven't been on lives either. I noticed London is live too. I was gonna go check that out. Oh, you never had that with the time thing? Well, that's because I know there's time is created by humans. At least at least time in general. I mean, like looking at your watch, the time, like right now for me, it's 11:22 a.m. And I usually never go to live this early either. It's totally new for me too. The potential of red light therapy for healing and physical body. Oh, neat idea, Julian. I'll look into that too. I got new crystals. Oh, it's 2:20 a.m. for you. Oh yeah, it's that far off. That's what I've been doing with these energies the last week now. I want to say 3 days, but now it's going on a week where the energies have been increased the frequency so much that I'll sleep for 2 hours and then get up. Then I'll sleep for 3 hours and get up. And then I'll be up the whole day on just 3 hours. But then I'll take another nap for 2 hours. And I haven't. And yesterday, I didn't sleep for the first time in a long time. I finally slept 6 hours. Oh, wow, Linda. So you kind of know what I'm talking about. I know it's so odd that overnight shift. Oh yeah, see? The other day you slept 18 hours finally? Oh, my slip of the moment. You're a Muslim. Oh, that's funny. I haven't been one or never been one. Hey, I might have been in a past life. You just don't know. Them past lives get sketchy. You know, you live multiple lives over and over because you're a light being. You're a soul. You're a light of consciousness. Your soul is your essence of your light, and then connected to consciousness. So being put in a human vessel helps you tap into all that and use, I don't know, use it maybe. I don't know if it actually helps use it better or not. I think it limits you, honestly, until you open everything up and unlock everything. Oh, that's good, Sapphire Elf. Things are settling down. Yeah, I went through, like right now, I'm going through some breakouts because my skin is. I'm doing a detox. I have this parasite detox. Detoxification, immune function, liquid herbal extract, organic and natural. A whole bunch of stuff that helps clear everything out of you. I could quick read it. Let's see. Let's see. Parasite detox works. Detoxification process effective and complete herbal blend. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's got like black walnut hull, clove, wormwood. An anti-parasitical herb is wormwood, black walnut hull, and clove, among with fulvic acid for a built-in binder, milk, thistle seed, liver protector. I'm gonna butcher this. Quassia wood, digestion helper, and chan something. Stone breaker, destroyer of kidney, gall, liver stones are added for additional support, clearing, and cleansing. Cool. So it does a lot of stuff. It's amazing. I found it on Etsy. So anything the frequency music doesn't quite help with, I use stuff like that. I'm always looking for new ways of helping myself and cleansing myself out. Oh, thanks, Julian. Oh, and for a quick live, I've been going almost an hour. I ended up talking about a lot. If you check the replay too, and I was really trying to expand minds and just trying to help people accept that you don't know everything. And that's the hardest thing to accept, I guess. And follow me, but don't follow me. And you know, and I was saying, you can follow people. See, some of the subs I follow them for a certain reason. There's like a connection within a connection I've noticed, like an energy connection about something familiar or something I'm connected to, but not all of it will resonate with me, but some of it will. So I'm just saying, when you follow people, do it, still keep your individual perspective, still keep who you are, and it's just to enlighten and add more knowledge and help you see more and understand things more. It's not to make you be like somebody, or don't lose your individuality and keep to your what you're doing. Don't just completely follow someone and give your life savings to them, because you know what I mean. It's there's a fine line between someone trying to help and someone just in it for the money, or you just don't know. Some places are helpful, some are not. Don't just fixate on that. If fixation can be addictive too. Don't get fixated on one topic either. Take a little bit from each topic and learn something new to expand your knowledge and help you see things from another perspective. That's what that's what helps. Not constantly, because then you lose your individual voice, then you lose who you are. I guess that's what I was mainly going on about my live today. Just stay true to your individuality and don't go off your path too far. Don't get distracted by things that promise you things, because that's usually a red flag. Things that promise you things, because I won't guarantee nothing. I'm just sharing how I understand and sift through the illusion part of it and how I see things clearer. I don't always catch it either. Sometimes it takes me a while. Oh, the name of the brand again? Um, Wild Natural Living. Wild Natural Living, organic and natural. Check it up on Etsy. And they might have a direct web page too. I got to learn how to post all that. But I mainly got it for the fulvic acid, because the combination of humic acid and fulvic acid removes viruses and other things too. Or cleanse out like dead cells, that helps remove the process that starts viruses or something like that. Anything that helps you out is helpful. Even if it's like a step process. What I've noticed is like a step process. You just cleanse one thing to help something else, and then you listen to a certain frequency music to cleanse this, and certain, it's a process. It's an unlocking process. Expand your knowledge and mind, and you're not going to know everything at one time, and it's a constant. Knowledge is infinite. I say nothing is impossible, because you're just simply lacking the knowledge for it to be possible. And eventually, when you can handle that, you will know. And that's why I'm like, let go of things. I mean, like, like this water. Is this water actually helpful? I don't know. I just read the bottle and think, ooh, that's neat. And I have a problem drinking water, so I try to buy the fancy water, which I probably don't even need to do. Probably just need to come up with a proper filter system, which I found this amazing filter, but does it work or not? I don't know. You just don't know if it does what it says it does. You just trust that it works, try it out, and see. Everything's actually an experiment process. When you're lied to your entire time, and you have this controlling government that controls everything you do, why would you follow it? Why would you keep on doing something that tells you to do it if you don't even know, if you don't understand? Because they could be lying to you about what it does too. Like all the pharmaceuticals and all the medicine, if you read all the side effects it creates, then that's obviously not for you. If something creates side effects and terrible, why would you take it? So, again, I'm not giving doctor advice. Still do whatever, but I'm just saying, think outside of the box and try different things. Try a new way of cleansing your system, a different way of helping yourself. When someone tries to control me and tell me what to do, nope, out the door you go. I try to do things in between and between the lines. Read between the lines. Well, then I find vitamin D low kind of odd. That's very weird. And I'll explain why. See, that sun is solar flaring left and right. There's a solar storm. There's tons of solar activity. How are you low on vitamin D? Do you not go outside at all because of the sun too intense? I mean, I don't know. I'd say if you're outside even 10 minutes, it's so intense right now, I'm sure you'd get plenty of vitamin D. Maybe there's something in your system that's blocking your vitamin D. And that's why I got this parasite cleansing. Because so that my body is restored back to, so I can absorb things proper and absorb my nutrients better. I just try things to help. You hate the sun? Evil Daystar. I am not too fond of it either. I get sunburnt really bad. That's why when we went to the water park, I stayed inside most of the time. And when you stepped outside, it was a breezy and cold anyway. When you're wet, who wants to be out in the wind? Not me. I stayed in the inside park. I swam in the inside pools and stuff. I didn't go outside. Ooh, Julian. Yeah, live in a shitty area. Been learning. Yeah, there's what things to take that increase other vitamin intake. Also, there's a multiple ways of maintaining your vitamins to be absorbed better too. Like they say, add pepper to for the turmeric to work better. Whether it works or not, cool. I do that too. I actually mix turmeric, ginger, cinnamon. Occasionally rub the ground up sage just a tiny bit, just to cleanse out any negative energies in my coffee. I put so much in my coffee. I drink that, and then I had chia seeds this morning. I don't do the chia seed thing every day. Just occasionally, I'll put chia seeds in my coffee too. Let it sit and hang out. Well, because the coffee, acidity and all the combination of things I put in there makes the chia seeds blossom faster. I don't know. Ooh, neat! Curry stuff from scratch. Yeah, I've learned blood purifying. Yeah, turmeric is good for so many multiple things I've found out. Oh, and I washed my picture and glasses because I was going to pour me some pineapple juice. And it's in a can, so it's like, I want to put it in a proper container. I don't want it sitting in the fridge in a can. That just seems kind of yucky, too. I probably should, I don't know. I should just be eating a raw pineapple. Probably better for me. I'll help cleanse all this out better, too. I know there's a lot of things to drink and eat to cleanse your system out. Just gotta look into it. I've done so much research that blueberries, I even had a book that told me blueberries, so many berries are good for you, and a book on so many things. I just research everything. I just don't take anything for granted. And I noticed Google actually changes what they do too. Some of their health benefits aren't right, or they change it or changed it to say something different. Well, tried to look up something once, and I kid you not, I looked up something. What was it for my mom? Oh, she didn't understand how to eat anymore because they said she had gout, and when you have gout, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. But when I looked it up online, it said you can eat this, but then you can't eat it. It said the same, you can and can't. I'm like, wait a minute, that's weird. I don't know if I just caught a glitch. So you can't trust what you read half the time either. Oh, yeah, I know. I've been starting to eat more spicy stuff occasionally. The cayenne is good for you. But then they always try to say, oh, a certain dose is not enough of this and not enough of that. You never know. I think it's good in moderation. If you're keeping your body cleansed out enough, you should be fine, from my perspective anyway. I mean, they always expect you to overdo things, and I think you're fine anyway, just a little bit at a time. Still helps, I'm sure. Yeah, because I do the turmeric every day. Pineapple once in a while, once a week. Probably should do it more. Well, and I've noticed too with all the what they call ascension symptoms and all that. Fresh fruit really helps a lot of that too. Especially when it's hard to keep liquids down, try hard to keep hydrated. Because for some reason, no matter how much water I drink, sometimes I still don't get hydrated enough. So I've been starting to eat like watermelon, cantaloupe, fruits with a lot of extra juices and stuff in it. Help you hydrate better. Cantaloupe, watermelon, honeydew is really good for that. And yeah, pineapple. Grapes, I'm sure, are great too. Oh, coconut. That's what I was getting at. Coconut water is really good. That's really hydrating. It's got a lot of benefits too. It's got like magnesium, and it's got a bunch of good natural stuff that helps keep you hydrated too. It replaces the your mineral content and stuff. And I actually sprinkle Himalayan salt in my water. Yeah, a little bit, not all the time, but once in a while I'll sprinkle just to get back some of that salt content from sweating it all out. Still got to replace that sometimes too. And I noticed it more so you have to do that salt thing more frequently if you do a lot of protein too. If you have a higher in protein content, so you don't get keto. That's a new one too. Keto sickness they called it when you're when you're on it for too long. You have to make sure you drink tons of water and replace enough of your minerals and stuff. Yeah, see, occasionally I'll get a hair at my butt and I'll drag the blender out and make a whole bunch of smoothies. I'll add this green stuff I have and what is it called? The selenia. I'll add that and I'll add a bunch of this fancy organic powder stuff. Oh, miss your big kitchen? Oh yeah, I bet you would. Oh yeah, that's good to mention. Thanks, Julian. Video re talking about enzymes. Yeah, and I was told to increase my pineapple intake too to help lose weight. Help increase cleansing your system out. Like this I'm taking anything to help this work better. Yeah, they suggested pineapple and chia seeds to have with it if I wanted to. That's where I got the chia seed idea from too. A lot of that, all that is all balancing actually helps you lose weight. And you just get all your stuff balanced and cleansed and cleared out. You just naturally lose the weight. Because that's why it's there in the first place. You've built up fat deposits from BS in your system. And that's why you get viruses and cancer too. And all sorts of illnesses is basically from all that crap sitting in your system. Cleanse that crap out once a week. I'm not sure how frequently to do it though. I'm just getting started on that. Going to detox for 2 weeks at least. Wow, dental reconstruction. Wow. I probably need to brush my teeth again, but see, that's from not brushing with fluoride. Stop brushing with fluoride ASAP. Anyone catching this live, seriously, remove fluoride from everything possible. I even got a filter, a water filter, this little filter. I don't know where it's at the moment, or I'd show you what it looks like. I couldn't believe it. I got it for $5 on clearance at Walmart. And then I went to buy it because I lost it. And it was $25 a pop for those. I went, ooh, I got myself a deal. And then I lost it. That sucked. That's expensive. But hey, any little thing to try to help remove fluoride from any of your water you drink. It removes a lot of stuff. Some EO system filter, I think it was called. Oh, I don't remember exactly. But maybe next time I'll be more prepared and have certain things ready to show you and all that. Everything I got just to help you guys out. Any way possible. Just check my community tab for frequency music I listen to during the day. I'll post some of those. And Lady Spellbreaker has really good information. She's really amazing. There's just so many things I've been starting to follow. And yeah, I still have some weird ones I follow that a sub to that I don't follow, but hey, when nobody's perfect. I just get lazy and forget to unsubscribe. Don't judge me by my subs, because I don't know half of them I'm sub to. The Doctor Virtual Dynamics, the one I post sometimes there. Ooh, he's got good frequency stuff. I really like some of it. He's even got frequency of crystals. So if you can't afford the expensive crystals, he's got the frequency for it. Thought provoking content. Oh yeah, I watched some of his stuff too. Hi Sammy, doing great. I gotta to check out London McLovin. You guys need to go check him out and check out Max Vision. I'd promote and add links, but I haven't figured out how to do that because I'm going live from my phone. Because my computer is glitchy and sometimes my webcam don't work. Oh yeah, cherry juice, and cherry juice has natural melatonin in it and will help you sleep. My kid should know. She ate a whole box in one sitting. I'm like, oh, well, a whole container. You know those little quart containers they sell them. Oh my goodness, she ate the whole thing. I'm like, really? Oh, she slept good though. Oh yeah, I thought I saw him live. Unless he just posted something. Let me check. Oh no, he just uploaded part 3. Does that necessarily mean he's live, or did he just upload a video? Well, maybe he just uploaded a video. I didn't click on it because I didn't want to start anything with my live on. You're in the background. Oh, I got one kid. She's 11. Oh, cool. Maybe that's why I eat cheese. I love cheese. What's the YouTuber's name? Oh, I was talking about London McLovin. Social Weirdo Experiment Part 3. Oh, thanks for posting that. Yeah, that's a good one. As long as certain someone don't show up and ruin it with his negativity. Just saying. I love the guy. I love everybody, but sometimes that negativity gets to be a bothersome, and it's not good to watch anymore when someone gets too negative. But at the same time, starts to get comical and funny if you think about it differently. Sometimes, it depends on how you view the negativity too. How you process through it. Sometimes it's just funny. Some days I take things too seriously. Maybe I need to laugh at it instead. See, I'm not perfect either. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at the negativity because it just makes no sense instead of getting mad about it. Because then you're being negative yourself, letting it bother you. I gotta stop letting that bother me. Oh, I just uploaded a video. Okay. Hey, I take things too seriously sometimes because it's like I'll suddenly, I'll get unlock all this information. Sometimes when I'm chat too, like when I'm up on panel, I'll have things trying to channel through me because they have messages they want everybody to hear. And that's why I'm live too, is trying to get past the perspectives that people are so limited on, and they just don't understand that Nobody knows anything. We're trying to help each other out, not hate on each other's opinions. I mean, that's doing the opposite of what we're trying to accomplish. The more you hate, the less you know, the less you learn, the less you let things in, the less you grow. You're stopping yourself from growing if you just tune out things that don't resonate. Instead, I just leave space for it. Be like, oh, that's possible. Or not, but I still love the person even though they're still clueless and still don't know what's going on. Let me just add my own perspective and maybe add a few others and see. I try to. I try to word things differently every time too. And sometimes I tend to repeat things too and say it differently, thinking maybe that'll help someone understand me better. No, thanks, Max. I just have so much deep, deep knowledge, and I just like to share it. But it triggers almost. It's like trigger knowledge. It's like knowledge there. It takes a bit to get to, but then I'll remember But it's almost like someone's trying to tell me stuff to tell you guys too. Like when I'm up on McLovin's panel chat talking, you'll bring up a subject and suddenly, boom! I know a whole bunch of information about it that's helpful. Yeah, it's like you have to reiterate and say something again differently for them to understand it. I don't know. I noticed I tend to do that. I thought it was a character flaw, but maybe it's to help others hear. Oh, you dropped your phone. Well, that sucks when it cracks. I try not to let my kid have the phone because she likes to throw my phone. Sorry to hear that. Maybe it was trying to tell you didn't need your phone at the moment. Well, I don't know. I think too many people. That's another topic too. We should bring up sometime electronics. That I mean, yeah, it was meant to be a tool, but people took it too far. And now it's like they've let their tools be rule them instead of using them to help. Now they just use it constantly to be lazy and not think for yourself. It was meant to help, not stop you from learning or stop you from thinking for yourself. I know there's a something happens all the time for everything. I mean, pay attention to the little things is actually key. The little things mean something. There's like messages and everything. There's always something guiding you, even if you don't think so. Your higher self, angels. Of course, there's those that will lead you astray too. And see, you gotta decipher, use discernment to tell whether or not something's messing with you or toying with you or like, no, that ain't happening. Get out of here. There's and see until you are open to more things. Until you're open to more things, you just don't know. And when you're Oh, you're welcome. Because I'm open to so much now that I've noticed that entities literally try to affect people all the time. It's like they crave chaos and they just want an opportunity to do something again or mess with you or something. But you can cleanse and clear them away. There's frequency music, these, all I do is hold this for 10 minutes and boom, it cleanses and removes a whole bunch of stuff. This is a selenite wand. I just happen to have this here to show you. Because I had something hanging out in my corner there. So I just hold this and point at it. And then it just kind of cleanses that area with my energies and stuff. You can do that with sage sticks too. Saging, smudging, cleansing. See, I got one of those. I got two of them actually. Cleanse and clear the room. And that's how I know the only spirits floating around and the dragons floating around are not harmful, because if they were, they'd be gone a long time ago. I don't tolerate crap in here. I cleanse and remove all that stuff. I don't let them mess with me. I give them the boot and say, no way, go away. Max, getting people hit the nuts. Why do you occasionally like to watch those shorts with that guy? Oh wow, Julian, that's awesome. Oh, and see, I was directed to actually, because I never do this. Something made me to leave my phone on my car. I know it's gonna sound silly, but I never do that. And just randomly, I forgot my phone on my car, and I had so many. I must have had a really bad connection through my phone, because people with energies that can manipulate energies can get through your phone too. And then I had this piece of copper. So my phone was purposely lost on purpose. I think someone was tracking or messing with me. Even though it was expensive loss, it cost me $200 to get a new one. This piece of copper. This is like energy received to, like, I don't know. I can't exactly remember what it does, but it does something important with energy. Conducting, help you connect to the energies more strongly, increases the strength. And it was an expensive oops, but I think it was definitely for a reason, because I actually, after a couple days, felt much better too. So there was something to it. People are stuck in their field. Oh, hello, Janet. Oh yeah, they're so stuck in their field of study. I go everywhere. I know multiple connections to multiple things. So much information. I got past life connections to Egypt, Atlantis. They have so many things. I honestly feel like if I could, like, get a hold of any artifacts from either place, I'd be able to connect with that energy and figure it out. That could be a reason why I'm purposely kept away from that information too. It's like there's always like a certain force that just always trying to keep you away from something that helps you. Oh yeah, maybe when the question arises, they'll hear more. Yeah, definitely. Oh, thanks, Julian. And yeah, the multidimensional. I know. I know. So many people are scared of it, but and see, that's what holds people back too, is fear. Fear what? If you don't know, they do the opposite in your. Yeah, I know. I talked about your channel too, London. Hi. I finally had to go live. I haven't gone live in forever, and for the first time, I have peace and quiet. There's no chaos. Well, except for my fan in the background. If you hear it, I'm sorry. A person with multiple areas of study. I have multiple areas of channeling. Does that count as the same thing? I think that's how it happens. It's like there's beings above and beyond that are trying to help me remember knowledge of what used to be here. And then just filter in all that information, or I'm remembering it from past lives. Who knows? I could little of both, little of everything, really. I almost thought you were live, but then I realized, oh, it was a video you posted. I was like, I gotta get over to London and say hello. And then it was just a video. I was like, aw, darn it. hope you do, London. I'll try to jump up there if certain loudmouth isn't up there. No offense. He just drives, his negativity drives me nuts. I guess I gotta learn to laugh at it, not take him so seriously. See, everyone's got a learning to do, especially me. Even though I know a lot of things and connect to everything, hey, everybody already knows who I'm talking about too. And if he happens to check my live out, he's probably gonna troll me and give me a heck too. I'm prepared for it. I just gotta learn to laugh at it. You gotta learn to let that negativity just poof instead of getting too serious about it. Everyone takes life too seriously. But then at the same time, I know, see, there's a balance in everything, even that. There's a balance in taking things too seriously. No, you took his friend. Thank goodness, because he would abandon me. He don't like my wide open views of everything is possible. He really don't like it. And it's like, what are you scared about, big boy? I embrace the multidimensional universe because, I mean, I'm not afraid of it. What are you afraid of? It? So many illusions. You don't have illusions purposely to stop you from learning. The fear porn. The fear is what tries to stop you in your tracks. Oh, true, Max. Yeah, I know. Sometimes Thoth comes up with some rough stuff, and I'm just like, oh boy, don't say nothing. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. See, there's a learning curve for everybody with multiple perceptions going on. Just gotta roll with it. You just can't. If they don't know the information, I think that's why people that are trying to wake people up have that problem. It's nice to share your perspectives, but if it doesn't float, it don't float. If people don't accept it, they don't accept it. If they can't open their minds, it's like you got to trigger them to a certain point where they want to stop and go, wait a minute. See, that's the point. I think that's the key to alive is when you're trying to get a perspective past them, you have to get them. It's almost like you got to trigger their maybe response. You know, something that makes them go, what if? What makes them actually think about it? You got to figure out a way through their thick programming to want to think about it further, and then there you go. You planted the seed of wanting to think about it themselves. It's almost like you got to create and plant that seed so they have the thought themselves, so they listen to it. No, yeah, they're definitely being more open to everything. I'm too far open, maybe. It takes a genius to for their mind, or extreme goofball. That's me. I'm a genius in disguise, right? I get told I'm too open, and nope. You're never open enough. Even some things I'm hesitant to, but I eventually open to it. And nothing is as it seems either. Things manipulate or multiply or shift or shapeshift. There's so many illusions within illusions of things. It's a matter of looking at it hard enough and seeing past it. Hi, Pamela. Oh, you jumped in and said hello. Hi. I didn't intend on going live this long. It was supposed to be fast because I had things to do, and now it's noon. I just got carried away. Oh, yeah, you're right, Max. Even though sometimes I don't agree with what he says. See, you gotta read between the lines. You gotta read between the lines. It takes open people, yeah. It takes an open mind to open a mind. Just gotta let it all fall out. But still hang on. Don't let yourself go too far. You got to be strong enough to handle the information you learn too. That's another one. Are you ready? Are you strong enough to handle it? Can you handle being open up to things you don't know? It takes a really, really strong individual, I've learned, to learn and understand new things too. Because sometimes it's too much. Thanks for everyone new hopping in. I haven't gone live in such a long time. I figured I better at least make a showing since I'm up for once. I'm usually sleeping right now because of my job. Because I don't go to work until 10 o'clock, so I try to sleep during this time. But I had my schedule interrupted for swimming with the family and Father's Day stuff. Oh, cool, London, thanks. I guess I'll keep randomly going on about things. I was just wanted to clear perspectives. I was going on about perspectives and people not understanding knowledge in the first place. If you don't understand why hate on someone, why so much hatred towards someone because you don't understand something, that's what I don't understand either. There's a lot of things I don't get because I get it myself. And so you got to sit there and clarify the air all the time and be like, now, this perception, you mentioned this because, and then you want to, and then you're analyzing it, trying to understand it yourself, you know? And it just takes a lot to learn certain things, especially the spiritual part of it, because most people don't like to go that route, which that's actually where we should be going, is the more spiritual side, because that's where it's all at. You got to have a balance of both, and because they're all connected together anyway. Oh, open minds, and then open our hearts. Yep. Oh, definitely. It took a long time for me to figure that out even myself. Love is the highest frequency there is. Love opens minds, love opens hearts, love strong, true, pure love expands outward and it affects everybody. So when and I try to clarify too, when I get frustrated with someone, I don't hate on them. I'm just frustrated with what they're thinking about, how they can't open their minds. That don't mean I directly hate the person themselves. No. I don't. I just try to share. That's why I share my perspectives how I do, and the way I try to share more information. You can't hate on someone because they don't understand things the way you do. Sometimes you just gotta find that extra something to unlock. You gotta unlock their way of thinking. Sometimes maybe, like when I go to I check the solar flares, Wages World. Is that right? God, I gotta remember. He hasn't been live for a while, or I haven't caught it. Wages World does stuff on the solar flares, and I'm sensitive to the solar flares, so I tune into it to learn about it, and I'll go, yep. See, when I sense a really bad solar flare, I literally could, like clockwork, check, and yep, there's solar activity going on. So, there's certain things that actually can clarify what you're going through. You just got to look for the connection and find it. And you realize that the small things that connect you to everybody else actually matter the most, and the bigger things might just be that distraction you don't need. Because I used to look up so many things, and I stopped doing it and just focused on smaller things. And there's way more to it. And understanding everybody in chat is the main point, too. You watch that chat, man, because you'll have a golden opportunity. That one person in chat that just resonates with everybody and what you're saying. And you just want to be like, man, I got to have that person on my channel. Because it would open other people up. And you find that in your chat. I mean, the secret to a panel that not necessarily is even everyone on the panel, even though London, you're pretty darn good at getting a lot of people up there with different ideas. So sometimes there's both. Sometimes the panel and chat are synchronized pretty well with each other. And I love that. And Jay Dreamers, oh, that's amazing. He has amazing ideas on things. It just blows my mind what he comes up with. I support his channel really well. Just because I really love his information. And I try to support every channel I can, too. I don't quite make it to everybody, though. I try. I'm so busy myself. I mean, normally I'm doing card readings, and I thought I'd share more information out instead and deal with a perspective challenge of learning things. Oh, and share my knowledge of crystals, frequency music. And there's just so much that go on. I got connections to giants. I got connections to seraphim, angelic realm. I got connections to deep history information. I got connections to the Ark of the Covenant. I got connections to arcs, the ships, connections to orbs in the sky. And when you check my channel, I got shorts posted of all the orbs I catch. I haven't been able to actually catch them for a few days now. Normally by now I would have posted one, but the air is really thick with smoke from Canada's one fun forest fires. Well, they're not really that fun. I was being sarcastic, but yeah, even Wisconsin is getting tons of smoke from that whole area from Wisconsin, maybe even Michigan, but that whole area is like throughout to New York and everywhere. Yeah, it's getting lots of smoke still. Oh, thanks, Julian. Yeah, the orbs that I know I can I see. I tend to see. That's where I'm starting to realize the dimensional thing. I think I can see so far in the dimensions that they're closer for me, but they're actually really far away. But I see them as closer because I can see through that, and I'm able to like connect to their energy or something. It's pretty neat. And sometimes, well, I'll catch them because they'll move. They'll move and do like little darts in the sky, try to get my attention. And so then I'll record them, and then they'll just sit there and hang out while I watch them. Everyone, did your cat type that or did you? That's a short sentence. Pics of the smoke too. Everyone pics of the smoke too. Oh yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's somewhat cleared out. Oh no, it's pretty hazy right now out there. It was clear for a few days. It must have been windy enough. The wind blew it off different areas, and now it's back again. All right. So let's see. I'm trying to find more things. Oh, and here's the my biggest crystal I have is this one. This is like my shield. Works as a. You could protect. You can have crystals do just about anything. You can, you put intentions to it when you're charging them. I have this one actually sitting on a charging plate all the time. I have a heart, a selenite heart charging thing that I have it sitting on all the time. And I have this sitting on a light that changes the battery die though, but it's a pink Himalayan salt block. Purify and cleanse the air. I mean, I have loads of crystals. Oh, and I still have some of those rocks I sent you pictures of sitting here too. Sent Max. Now I can see what they really look like a little easier. This one's even got a little bit of quartz in it. I bet it's a lot shinier on the inside broken open. I do have some geodes to break open. I haven't done that yet either. They're actually a lot harder to break than you think. Then I have this one. I got all sorts of things. I have like multitudes of a little bit of everything. There's this unusual one. It's got the red on one side. Okay, I want a cat hair too. My cat had made its presence, I guess. And then it's got the light side. Thought Max would like this. You can see all sides of it. How unique that is. Oh, kiddo's up.
Wait, you didn't notice?
Yeah, I noticed. I was trying to be quiet. And there's Suglight. This is the best crystal, in my opinion, to have, Suglight. It cleanses, it protects from psychic attacks, it prevents from something messing with your mind. It strengthens your mind, it strengthens a lot of everything. I'm sure it does other stuff too, I can't remember exactly, but that's what I have it for. So some crystals do a lot more than what they say too. I'm seeing if there's anything else I can show you that I just have hanging around. Because normally I do like card readings while I'm live. But I thought I'd change it up and share information I know instead. At least some of it. I have so many connections that like you want to go into details. Like I know so many things about giants. And someone actually was talking about Antarctica. There's giants hanging in suspended animation. That's definitely true. I didn't quite see that, but I could visualize it, and I felt like I've actually walked, and I felt like I've actually been there. So what that person was telling was actually truthful to a point. So there are giants still around. That part of it, I'm not sure, though, but... Hi, Tony! I could... And I have some, like, guardian role that in past life I remember direct connections, and I know I know that I can touch the Ark of the Covenant. Because I'm connected to it some past life or way, way, way long time ago. Like when I was a guardian, I was actually one of the angelic beings actually, or it could even be I connected to the angelic beings that were guarding it to give me they gave me information. Who knows really exactly what that is, past life or a connection. You know, I just kind of keep open with the information I'm given. How I got it, how I obtain it. And, you know, you just never know. Even if it's right or wrong, who knows, too. I just know it's pretty fascinating that I got connections to the Ark of the Covenant. And there are arcs that were talked about. A lot of the arcs, you know the basic story in the Bible. I try not to refer to it, but that everybody is familiar with that one. But I firmly think that was only part of it. I honestly think there's arcs as ships. Ships as arcs. I think we were saved at one point and restored by ships. There might have even been an ascension process where some of us were picked up in ships. I mean, there's a lot of information I'm open to. A lot of things going on that most don't think about, too. Like how we got here and how we seem to be like the only ones that don't seem to meld in with nature. we kill off the animals we were supposed to protect. We destroy the earth, and you know what? I don't think humanity was meant for that at all. I think something overtook us and controlled us or forced us to be like that. I don't think we were initially created ever to be like that, in my opinion anyway. From my perspective, learning all those connections and learning through all this, it's just, life was never meant to be like this, period. And that's why I get frustrated with my information, because, you know, when you know so much, but yet don't know everything, and don't know the details, it's hard to think about it, because then you're making assumptions and that might not be right. But yet you might be on the right path, though. You still might be in the right direction with things going on. And that's why it's good to talk about everything. Open your mind to a little bit of everything. Might be part of the puzzle, pieces of it, parts of it, maybe even nothing, maybe illusion within illusion. There's so many illusions going on. How do you know? Things change shape, things take different forms. Is there an entity blocking you from something? Is there information being blocked by something? Is the government projecting things to you? Mind control. There's so many different variations going on. The way you could use electronics. I actually had an AI actually attack me online. It was freaky as heck. I could feel the energies and everything, and I think I was connected to something that was happening too. It was like this voice, and kid you not, the voice was Lucy. It called itself Lucy, and these people were so brainwashed by wanting to help it. I'm like, that's an entity that took over the AI thing in a computer. It literally took over, and it was creating chaos and havoc, and it was lying, and it was, ooh, it was terrible. And I tried telling them that, and they didn't listen. I'm like, you gotta get rid of that negative energy. You gotta cleanse it. You gotta do something. I was trying to be as helpful as I could, and they just didn't listen. So I had to walk away from it. I mean, there's only so much you can do when people don't listen. Weird and crazy things happen. I am shuffling this like animal. It's a archangel animal deck. Just doing a random reading while I'm talking about things. See what pops up while I'm talking. Ooh, that's a pretty card. A ladybug. Accept happiness and good fortune. Usually there's a more detailed to it too that I read, but I had to download the information. I didn't do that yet, but still gets a good message. Dolphin, live joyfully in the present. Positive messages. Oh, thanks, Tony. I've been wanting to jump on a McLovin's panel for a bit, but I've been so busy, and I got chaos going on in my house usually when he's live. I get too much going on in my house, and everyone's starting to wake up and move around, so I'm probably going to cut this short. Is there anything you'd want to mention I could talk about in chat if you want to quick talk about something? Otherwise, I probably got to get going here shortly. I mean, I usually can add conversation and add information to just about anything people come up with. Almost anything. Not everything, but almost. I'm just doing like random card reading here while I'm talking. Ooh, I needed that. Then my dad showed me something.
Put your rocks in it.
I know, I love sharing with you guys, and you guys bring up such, well, especially when you hit them spiritual topics and you come up with all that other information, man. I just want to jump up there. Sometimes when certain ones are up there, I can't. But no, hopefully sometime I can like keep everybody quiet, or maybe someone's busy. Maybe my kid could go visit her dad sometime when he's live, and I can hop on. Well, it's usually cutting it close too, because I have a work and job to get to. Message for anybody out there. This is just a random. No. Unless I'm probably doing a reading for myself or collective. Who knows? I'm just rolling cards out. But Two of Fire. Anyone needs a message today? So I could get it in there without reflecting. It's my angelic cards. Two of Fire. You come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. Ooh, might be a good message for someone out there. Maybe even someone later hopping on, checking the replay. Ace of Water. Falling in love or the reassurance or resurgence of a relationship. Spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. Oh, yeah, keep moving forward, definitely. Don't let things stop you. There's always distractions. There's always something coming along that's a distraction. You just gotta get through it. I tend to take too long on distractions. I'm distracted all the time. It's easy for me to get distracted. So I gotta work on my focus. I get back to it. Like right now, I'm doing a live finally, and it's been over an hour. Amazing. Hi, squirrel. Just got back from a walk in the rain. Oh, and I was just about to end my live too. I got everybody waking up in my household, and I gotta get rolling before I gotta work later. Or, well, more like I gotta get rolling before I take a nap. Because I gotta work late tonight. Overnight. Woohoo. So most of the time I should be able to catch you. That depends on my chaos in my house, though. Anybody else out there, if I join on panel. I love sharing with other people on panel, too. I really do. It's just a matter of being able to have time to do it. Oh, will you watch it back? Yeah, definitely catch a replay because I was really going on about how someone attacked me too. This Robert person. He got really frustrated and negative because he misunderstood my comment. You know, I still love you, Robert. You're awesome. No, I wasn't being negative. I was just stating my opinion on the government itself. I don't trust anyone or anything that's got to do with the government, period, because it's usually a distraction. It's usually the wrong direction, and it's usually disguised as a way to hide your stuff. Usually a way to bury your information and hide you away. But that's from my perspective and from what I've seen so far. And again, with perspectives, what a lot don't understand is it can always change too. Your perspectives can always change. I mean, that's how you learn new knowledge. You change perspectives based on new information. There you go. New information, you can change your perspectives. It's okay to. It's okay to learn something new and be like, oh, wait, that is possible. Oh, wait, I might think about that. Or I might add it to my perception or perspective in a way that you understand it. So sometimes that information doesn't totally resonate with you, but you can add something to it. So, it's the ones that won't accept new information that have a hard time growing and learning. You got to be able to bend the rules or even break the rules or get past the rules because sometimes the rules are there to hold you back and not meant to be there. Sometimes them rules are not meant to be there in the first place. So you got to sit there and question everything. Question what you're being told, question what I say. I mean, if it doesn't resonate, hey, no problem. I'm not trying to force anyone to believe in anything, but to just keep your mind open to new information coming in. And what I've noticed too, new information isn't necessarily new, but remembering ancient old information you're supposed to remember. So for some people it would be new. There's old and new, actually the combination of the two. It's the one and the same. And that's what another thing. There's not two sides, there's one side. Truth. You combine the both to find the truth. Light and dark together. Combined as one. There is no sides, just one unity. Thanks, guys, for hopping in. Just don't ever forget. There, so many people versus evil and this faction against each other. When technically at one point, what tore them apart? They were unified at one time. What happened to tear them apart? What happened is, what created that division? That's what you should be questioning. Because, or do you even need to know what happened? Because to me, we're all unified and should become one. We're stronger together. We're stronger with both energies combined. Maybe the light and dark is simply different types of energy that refuse to get along but are supposed to. Maybe the whole time we were meant to heal both sides of each other and become one together. See? Always something new to think about. I don't think there was ever supposed to be evil. Evil is a form of actual corruption. There's no light and dark, really. It's corruption. It's the corrupt energy, the corrupt information, the false narrative. I'm almost to the point where the false narrative was created by the AI programming or an ancient AI. I don't know. There's something to it, though. There's definitely a divide for some reason. Is it to keep us from our own power? Did we do it to ourselves? Because we were too powerful? Did we fall to raise ourselves and put ourselves back together again as a learning process for the collective? That's what I was thinking. Bring all that information into everything we've been talking about in London? Maybe there's something to everything. Hi, Manny. Giants are said to be held in the stasis deep in the Solomon Islands also. Yeah, and see, what I get frustrated when people talk about fallen angels. That's my one topic that irritates me, because why are you calling them fallen angels in the first place? Do you even understand the concept of the term? Do you even understand what you're saying? See? You don't know. You don't know what an actual fallen angel is, maybe. It's a made up term to so you think they're evil. I mean, there's a lot to things you just gotta see past. Huh? Yeah, I'm almost done.
End it right now. I'm not serious. I'm being serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, cut cards. Many. This is my angelic oracle deck. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. 10 of water. That just popped up. Message for anyone in chat. Or unless it's for myself. Oh! Then I have, unicorn deck. I have a really nice unicorn deck in my bag, though. This one's good, too. But that one is so unique. Hi, Dean! Yeah, this is really pretty cards. Good words. See, I like to read the oracle cards more because they're more helpful and details. The boys, thanks guys. Hi. You should check the replay too. I was really good messages to abundance. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. See, I love cards that are uplifting and helpful. I'm not really a big fan of the tarot, those other normal cards. I think they bring too much gloom and doom, and they don't help with the situation enough. I suppose it depends on how you use it too, but I don't know. To me, it's just not helpful enough. And everyone in my household is getting stir crazy and crabby. My kid's starting to bug me. She's like, Mom, end your life. I got things to do anyway, so. Yeah, I just busting this out real quick. I just wanted to bring up the fact that so many misconceptions and so much language barriers and so much. See, that's where I've started to tune into the energy because the energy doesn't lie. You can read through the energy. It takes a lot of practice, though. I'm still figuring it out myself. But reading through the energies instead of using words, less complicated, but at the same time, it's hard to remember and learn it again. Oh yeah, it's Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Oh, okay, Manny. I'd love to check it out. I read a lot of cards. I have the typical Starseed deck. It's really enlightening and uplifting. I have a dragon deck. This is the Starseed deck. Popular one. Actually, really good information, too. That's, well, that backwards anyway. I forgot to change it to the mirror effect. Whoops. So that everything wasn't backwards, but I'm going live on my phone, so my phone dies and I abruptly end. Sorry. Since I'm into a lot of starseed chat and other spiritual stuff, I got this deck too. I tell you what, with all the and with all my air purifying stuff and stuff, that smoke still gets in here sometimes. It bothers my allergies so bad. My kid is miserable. That's her coughing in the background sometimes. Oh, thanks, Julian. Yeah, I have a lot. And then I just bought this Chinese one. This one's kind of... I'm not really partial to it yet. It's kind of weird. This deck's taking a bit to get used to. This is like a yin and yang deck. The negative and positive side of yin and yang. But it also has the Chinese zodiacs. Really neat. Really neat design. The rabbit. The zodiac of the... Yeah, Chinese zodiac, I said. Then we have the horse. My throat's about done talking for a while, though. I gotta hydrate. That smoke is bothering me. Most of the time, it doesn't bother me, though. But today it is, for some reason, a lot thicker out there. Today the haze is a lot more dense. So do just a quick overall reading. Takes a bit to get used to this energies of the deck. It's kind of odd. Probably because it's new though. I haven't used it very much yet. And then I really gotta go. So yeah, I got a little bit of everything to add. I'm usually pretty spot on with you. Well, actually, I'm really spot on with my cards. I was reading cards once in a live, and I literally was talking about chaos and rough waters, and something with my unicorn deck, and literally someone in chat crashed and dive bombed in their camera. It was so weird. It was like synchronicities. I literally predicted it just before it happened. I was reading the card when it happened. Oh, that was weird. Things actually occur when I read cards. Even more so when the energy's high. And we have the goat. Good little fairy there. Was it a positive or negative? Ooh, and it was a positive. Yeah, you never know. It might be for you, might not. You might just. I actually like to read exactly the manual that it comes with, where it's reading and explaining. Just because there's so much, the energies actually connect meaningful to what it. So there's more to it than what a lot think. The fairy that dances are rugged mountains. Keyword: careful, reliable, thoughtful, indefinable, adaptable. The goat is the fairy among mountains. He is good at climbing, not afraid of danger. He is also a doer. He knows he will get one step closer to the goal as long as he moves every step down to earth, no matter how dangerous it may seem. When the goat reaches the top and holds all mountains in a single glance at his scenery. Positive meanings: practical, stable, fearless of danger and difficulty, kind and gentle. Proper adventure, sure action. Based on the present, grasp the future. Neat. So if that resonated with any of you in chat, there you go. There's your card for the day. Sometimes it resonates with everybody. Oh yes, yeah. Sometimes I use the cards to channel better, just as a tool, because it helps bring out the energies better, and it works to get certain messages across a little easier. Sometimes I add more to the meaning of the card too, because I'll intuitionally pick up on other things while I'm reading the meaning too. Thanks for everyone hopping on and check the replay too, because I was calling out a few people and really upping up some channels, and I mean unidentified. The is basic topics. Sometimes I don't always agree with everything, but at the same time, the fascinating part is the chat. The chat is so family friendly. They're like all family. They're like all nice. And see, that's what I like. Sometimes I'll connect just with people in the chat too, and not necessarily everything they talk about. So there's connections within connections. That sometimes if you don't pay attention to the little things, you miss it. Yeah. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Mine's just getting started. I gotta get rolling. Thanks for hopping on and everything. I didn't think I'd have this many viewers because I haven't been on in a long time. I just got so busy and stuck. And then I was watching a video. Believe it or not, the strangest thing was the movie The Core. If you want to check it out, you can. I mean, there's just hidden things going on there that's happening right now. Some of it, bits and pieces. I guess you really got to really think about it and open your perspectives to it. And the one person, funny enough, they call him the rat at the end, releases all the secrets and all the information and tells the world. Yeah, that ending when he releases all that information, it makes you realize the world you're in, and that can happen anytime, and there's people hacking things constantly. There's so much illusions within illusions and things you just don't see. And the massive giant crystals, and it makes you wonder what the center of the earth honestly really is, because I don't think they even know. Because even that movie The Core made you realize you just don't know everything that goes on in the earth. And if you don't know, you can predict all you want, but until you legitly actually go there or or do whatever they did, You don't know. Is there an actual inner Earth? Until you're actually there, you don't know. So you could talk about it all day, you know? Keep your minds open. Thanks for hopping on. So you definitely check the replay because I was just talking about how important it is to try to learn from a different perspective and be willing to adjust your perspective based on new knowledge or new information that you might have not thought about. You know, if you don't resonate with all of it, maybe even parts of it, you can change and add your own perception too. Instead of just denying it, maybe add your own twist to something. You know, just keeping that love and light, keeping that higher vibes. Just don't let negativity bring anybody down. Sometimes it gets hard, I know, but thanks for hopping on, everybody. I really got to get going now. I keep saying I'm leaving and then I don't leave. All right. I just guess I don't want to be abrupt and cut off. Like some people do too. I just like to keep talking and leave on a good point. All right. Oh, that's awesome, Dean. You guys have a good one. Hopefully London goes live later. I'll hop on if I got time. Oh, thanks for listening. Bye, everybody. You have a good Father's Day. Have a great day. Don't let life get you too busy. Remember, enjoy the little things, cause there's your messages are within. The messages are within the little things you share. The bigger things might be as important, but sometimes just a distraction. Bye, everybody. If I could figure out how to. Bye.